Hello, thank you very much for watching this video. My name's Rich Waterman. I run a business called Get Rich Coaching and Consultancy. I help people to get rich, that is financially rich, which is always cool because you can use the money for good things. Emotionally rich, doing things that make you happy and fulfilled. And time rich, having a really great investment and relationship with your time by being in flow like Waterman. Deliberate pun on my name, bit cheesy, but there we go. One of my clients, I'm very, very privileged to work with, is a guy called, I'll excuse my pronunciation, Marcel Spies. Close.
Close enough, close enough.
So what I love about Marcel is Marcel does things in flow. He's an absolutely genius at trading the markets. So that was actually one of my old jobs many years ago. I worked about a decade on the trading floors, JP Morgan Chase. And then I come across someone that traded it very, very well for themselves and also could teach others how to do it as well. And it was Marcel. And what I love about the being able to trade stock markets and other markets well means it sort of creates another stream of income for you. So that's like very much aligned with what I believe in. And so Marcel teaches other people how to do that. And I'm going to hand it over to you, Marcel. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your background, and then how you got into it and what you currently do.
Well, Marcel Spies. I live in Holland. My background is I have worked in construction. I'm a former soldier, which didn't end well for me in that regard. So a lot of time after my enlistment, I was at home, didn't want to go out, wasn't able to go out.
Yeah.
And only I had one big problem. I was getting money from the government, from the state. And I don't like to hold up my hand like that. I really don't. So I wanted to find a way which I did not have to leave my house, but still can make money.
Yeah.
So my wife knew from another seminar Stefan Debner, who is co-owner of Success Kids. And Stefan sent a message to my wife and listen, we have a person called Max Maria, and he teaches people how to trade and invest. Okay, of course, I was extremely skeptic.
Yeah, most people are, right, and they should be as well, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. But I thought you need to be a bank or a big institution or something to do that, not me. Definitely not me. So my wife said, no, we're going to listen to this guy. He has a webinar. Let's go to the webinar. Okay, we can do that at home. No problem. I mean, it was free, so why not? So I was sitting there watching. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. And then he said, let's go. We have a one day in Waterland, Amsterdam. So we went to Amsterdam, which wasn't a good thing for me because I had to sit between about 40 or 50 people. I was not good. Yeah. So, okay, I was sitting in the back and it was all going well. And my wife was there, so that was very important. And then, without me even knowing it, I thought she was to the toilet. She booked a 2-day workshop. That was fun. And shortly thereafter, we went to the workshop. I met another great guy, Paul Harrison.
Yeah.
You know him. And, well, his background story in combination with the way he thought trading stocks in that regard was ridiculously great. I loved it. It was beautiful. And then I went home and started practicing and made every mistake known to man. I actually invented one.
Oh, you invented an extra one, yeah.
That's how good I am. No. And
most people in the stock market, they basically are gambling, aren't they? They just kind of like, they go, oh, I like that stock, or that kind of like feels like, or my friend recommended it, or I bought some Apple products, let me buy some Apple stock. That's pretty much, they just basically, they see stock markets as gambling, and it absolutely isn't. It's about stacking it in your favor, right?
Definitely. And that's what Paul taught me and what Marcus taught me. And I went in deeper in that for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, that I try to perfect as much as possible. You have to adapt to the market,
Yeah.
because what happened in what I used in 2017 doesn't work anymore,
Yeah, exactly.
because now we have Trump. I love that guy. He's great. He moves the market, and it's just great.
Instant market volatility and movement, right? So it's a good, very good point you make there, though, Marcel. Is like, you know, a lot of courses teach old stuff,
Yeah.
and you have to be able to adapt. The same thing won't work over and over again. It will work for a period, and you have to adapt. So tell us a little bit about the results that you got in each of the years, because it was quite an amazing journey that you went on with your trading side of things.
Well, in 2015, when I started, I made a whooping 1%.
Yeah, and what was the story behind that? Because that was interesting, wasn't it?
Well, the first 22 trades I lost. So, and I didn't lose 1%. I did not lose 1%. I lost 10%, 5%, 3%,
Wow.
whatever, you know. So I made a profit of 1%. That's actually really good.
Well, to turn around 22 trades in a row, first of all, to keep going after losing that many trades in a row. And as you said, in not using stop losses, which of course we teach you, but that's fine. You've got to learn that mistake. To then turn all that around and then at the end of the year be up slightly, it was phenomenal. Yeah. And then it improved a bit from there, didn't it?
A little bit. In 2016, I only traded for half a year.
Yeah.
From halfway to March to, well, about 6 months later, and then I had stuff to do with Success Kids, and because I also do the AV with these guys.
Yeah.
So, and I live by the rule that if I am not completely focused, I don't trade.
Yeah, great rule. Love that.
But I made 132% that year, so that's good.
132% return, very cool. Yeah, and the next year was even better, wasn't it?
Yeah, 2017 I made. Yeah, I promised Marcus not to say 1148 anymore. 1,148%.
Yeah. 1,148% return on trading. Yeah.
Yeah. With all kinds of things, with really short term minute candles, 5-minute candles, 2-day candles, and I did everything.
Yeah. So if I understand the journey correctly, what you did was, first of all, you obviously got trained properly by Marcus and by Paul Harrison.
Yeah.
Then you ignored some of it and learned the lessons from doing it.
The hard way.
Then you applied it and started getting some results. Then once you started to get results, then you started to develop your own tools and techniques. So what you now do is basically unique, right? There's no one else in the world, unless you taught them, that trades exactly like you, because you've developed your own techniques. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And if I was like watching this video and going, I don't know anything about stock markets and stuff, do I need to be mathematical? Do I need to be great with computers? How easy is it to do it?
No, it's really easy. I mean, I will then teach people how to place a stop loss in which the losses are stopped at a certain percentage, which is 1 or less, and how to play with that, how to change that stop loss so you can secure your profits if it goes up high or down, depending on what the market is doing on that particular stock.
You're really good at making complex things simple. I know that from you explaining stuff to me as well. I know we sat there and watched some students and marketers trying to analyze markets, and we have quite a similar viewpoint on that. How I know obviously you're pretty much full-time trade. Obviously you do other things as well for Success Kids and so on and so forth. But if someone's watching this and they're going, maybe they want to be a full-time trader and they can come and copy you. But if they think, no, I'd rather do it, have a job, or I've got a business, I want to do it part-time. Does that work? Is there a certain amount of time you should spend on it if you want to get success? I mean, what sort of time frames are we looking at?
Well, personally, I believe you should look at it. If you starting out, you need to learn to read the charts. You have to have time in the charts. Yeah. It's like driving a car. If you have your driver's license, you don't know how to drive yet. You know how to get the vehicle from A to B in a relatively safe way, but to really learn how to drive, you have to be in the car as much as possible.
Yeah.
Same thing with trading. If you only look at it once a month for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, no, it doesn't work that way. You have to look. Well, why not look at 10 minutes every day, just at the end of the day? You just look at the chart. Okay, that's cool. Okay. Yeah. off next day. You know, you don't have to look hours and hours and hours ridiculous. You can do it. I mean, you can make a lot more money, but you don't have to.
Yeah, yeah. So literally, it's just that familiarity with the market, little and often, just like checking in, just getting that. And obviously, we'll talk a bit more about some of the services that you offer because it obviously saves people a huge amount of time. Because I remember when I was doing trading, one of the problems with stocks is there's so many stocks, and like spending your time sifting through them all and trying to find interesting chart patterns, etc., can take a long time. I guess another question that people might be thinking is, you know, what sort of returns could I get? Obviously, you talked about 132%, over 1,000%. What sort of numbers, if you sort of start to get experience, what sort of range? I mean, obviously, it's very unpredictable year on year, but what sort of range do you think people could be looking at?
Well, it depends. If they want to go in the direction of trading,
yeah,
I think it's highly likely they could make about 50% a year, maybe more. Depending on what they do, if they keep to the rules, if they do more than just one strategy, because like you said yourself, the strategy is worth by itself just a little bit because the market moves the entire year round. So in January, that strategy works. In February, that one works better. And in March, that works better. So you have to do all of them, actually, if you want to make consistent profit.
Yeah, but if you like, say I had could build up a pot of say 50,000 euros or pounds, you could be from trading, you could be getting a return every year of like 25,000 euros or pounds, which is basically an extra income for relatively little time investment.
Exactly. Well, that's what normal people make in a job.
Exactly. Yeah.
And this is cash. So they don't have to pay any tax around you. In Holland, a little bit, 1.2%, I believe. There's nothing.
Yeah. It's very tax efficient, right? And obviously, investing is more of a longer term process and lower returns. Obviously, you broke some rules initially and lost money, but you still. One of the things about it is it's not a free lunch, right? So you are gonna sometimes you'll analyze a chart, get everything right, do exactly what you say, and you can still lose money, right? That does happen, right? You need to be able to. How do
for instance, right now in the market, stocks that are on the line and we're trending upwards, and then we have someone called Trump who says something against China, and then everything went down. The lines are broken, so that happens.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, and I know you deal a lot with the mental side of things with people as well, in terms of like how do you manage that? Now, if you lost 22, right? 22 in a row, like
in a row, I lost more, but I lost 22.
Yeah, and for you to then keep going, for me, tells a lot about your mental resilience, and so you can teach people that side of it as well. I guess if I was being super skeptical watching this video, my question would be, well, why? If Marcel is so successful with this, why is he sharing the information? Why is he providing services where he provides that?
Well, it's actually very simple, because the reason I told in the starting of this interview, I had no other options than stay at home and do something except for holding up my hand like that. So I needed to do something, and you can do this at home or wherever. I mean, we have Wi-Fi almost everywhere in the world. So you can trade wherever you wish. It's easy. And you don't have to start with hundreds of thousands or millions of euros or dollars or pounds or whatever. You can start with small accounts. You can start with 1,000, 2,000 euros. You know, and you won't be a millionaire at the end of the year. Maybe you're lucky, but normally you're not. But it's an extra form of income. It's just a nice way to grow your wealth. Yeah.
And one of the things we were talking about as well, because you say you love helping others along the way, like the journey you took, and you said, well, you know what, I'm looking at these charts anyway, so for me to share those particular stocks or tickers, as we call them, with other people doesn't cost me anything. In fact, because the market's so big, it's not like you're creating competition for yourself. It's just like you're just going, I think this is a good trade. You have a look at it, see what you think, and make your decisions. And look, let's be honest, right? There's loads of other people out there who do this sort of stuff, but you really need to think about, who is the person doing it? What sort of track record have they got? who's recommending this person, which is one of the reasons why I'm doing this video, by the way, is because like I've known Marcel for years now, become really good friends, and it's like a lot of people ask me about this stuff because they know that I've got a banking background, and I say, look, I only do bits and pieces now. I just do it as a hobby.
Yeah.
But if you want to learn how to do this properly with someone that's got very high morals, very high values, you want to have a chat with Marcel. So if someone wanted to do work with you or learn from you, how could they do that? What are the options that they got in terms of what they can do and also how they can contact you?
Well, contact me. You can do that 2 ways. You can contact me directly on Facebook.
Yeah.
But you can also do it via you. I mean, if they want to.
I can be your booking secretary then.
You're not my booking secretary. That's not a problem.
I've achieved my ultimate aim. No, I'm good with that. Yeah, contact Marcel on Facebook, on me on Facebook. We probably can give them an email as well, right? I'll put that underneath this video as well. Put other contact details. And what sort of services do you offer? I mean, are you happy to talk about that now?
Yeah. Okay. No problem. I of course, for the people who are in a job and busy, which a lot of people are, I look for my tickers, my stocks, always every week. So what do? I place them on Telegram, special service I've created, in which I give people several tickers going upwards and downwards.
Yeah.
Also in regards to big portfolios and small ones. So that's a service I have. I can teach people and coach people to learn how to day trade, to swing trade, and how to learn to invest. There's many options, many.
Yeah, I like that. I like the way, sometimes you just got people that are very, very busy and they go, look, I've got some spare money. I want to earn a better return on it in the bank, which obviously is pitiful rate of interest at the moment. So one option, and I would really thoroughly recommend this, is just to have this ticker service from Marcel where you just copy what he's doing, basically. I mean, you make the choice, it's not a financial advisory thing, but it's like, this is what I'm doing. Have a look if you want to copy, and I would copy, given the results that Marcel's got. Or if you want to dig a bit deeper in and become, more of a standalone trader where you're generating your own ideas and thoughts. As Marcel said, there's many different ways you can do that, depending on your risk appetite, kind of how your emotions are, what returns you want, how much time you've got.
Yeah.
And all I would say is this, look, it's something that I've been involved in for years and years and years. Obviously, I professionally did it for 10 years, as I said. I got to know Marcel, actually, our initial conversation, wasn't it? Because it was about the army stuff and helping you just kind of get things back on track. And then once
you helped me with a lot more than just... No. You coached me really well. No.
There we go. I'm happy to take that compliment, so I appreciate that. But one of the things from that is when I have the opportunity to coach great people, and you might be listening to this video going, I'd like to get some coaching. That's cool too. Give me a shout on that one. But when I coach someone that's really, really good at what they do and also comes from the right place, I think it's really important for me to let my sort of Facebook family and beyond know about that, because if you're looking at this stuff, one person you definitely should talk to is Marcel. We obviously mentioned 2 other people on this call who are phenomenal people as well, Marcus Di Maria and Paul Harrison. But yeah, this video is about Marcel, and I would like, if you're thinking about trading and investing, you can take it with my personal assurance and guarantee this guy, I'm pointing up those, I think this is where the video is going to do. This guy is the one to talk to. And do you know what? You always come back to me if he's not, but I know he is. So, and it makes me look good to recommend great people. So I'm done, mate. If you got anything else to add, that's cool. If not, we'll wrap up the video and we'll thank our lovely people, and hopefully we'll have some interesting conversations off the back of it.
Yeah, I hope so too. And they're more than welcome. I love to teach people. I really do.
All right, buddy. Thanks very much for your time, and we'll speak to each other soon. And for those people out there, happy trading and investing, and learn from the best, and do make whatever decision you need to make about what's right for you. Yeah. Bye for now. Cheers.
Bye-bye.